Ow. Welcome to Traveling Dirty Show. The good of South Dakota. We already did the ugly. Now we're on the good. We had a lot of good things in South Dakota. Very fun. We were in Custer, which is right next door to Mount Rushmore, 30 minutes, 45 minutes from Rapid City. So that was kind of the corner of the state we stayed in, and there was beautiful, plenty of stuff there to do. Lots of small tourist trap towns, but all with very cool stuff. Yeah. We didn't do all of it. I don't think you could do all of it, but we did a lot of fun stuff. I think we're going to talk about a few of the things we did in no particular order here. Yeah. Of course, when you're about 5,000 miles away from that area, you start seeing billboards for the wall drugs. And as you get closer, there's more and more of them. So the Wall Drug Store, been there, since 1872? I don't know. It's been there forever. It's the kind of the middle of nowhere tourist trap pharmacy that became a big deal. So we went there. We had a lot of fun just going around, riding the jackalope, taking pictures of statues.
Fake horses.
I had
donuts, ice cream.
The best pineapple milkshake. It was probably a top 3 milkshake just in life. Didn't matter that it was pineapple. It was really good. Donuts. Yeah, we gained 20 pounds at the Wall Drug Store there. Yeah. So yeah, definitely a good time. Definitely worth stopping in, and very near some other attractions that we will definitely recommend too. Yes. Speaking of that. We were in Rapid City, and we went to...
So a few years ago, I worked in Rapid City off and on for a couple months, and I kept seeing signs for Dinosaur Park, and I saw the postcards for it, and I thought, that's kind of cheesy looking, but we were in Rapid City one day, and I said, let's go check it out. It's one of the obscure things you're supposed to do in Rapid City. So we went, and as you can see from the pictures we're floating by, it's an interesting take on dinosaurs. What did you call it?
I don't remember the words I used, but it was the Depression era Dinosaur Park. It was all the dinosaurs were formed in the 20s, 30s in the Depression era. We didn't know a whole lot about dinosaurs back then, so some of these things look pretty funny. We've definitely learned a little more about dinosaurs.
Some might actually be true to scale. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
It's free, fun little place, beautiful views of Rapid City around it.
Yeah, it's at the top of a little mountain, so you can see all of Rapid City, so beautiful views. You know, we spent an hour there. You just kind of walk around and see the things. There's maybe 5 or 6 dinosaurs there, and then a little gift shop to go through. But it's right next to downtown, not too far, 5 or 10 minutes from downtown Rapid City. So something to do if you're ever in that area. Definitely had a little bit of fun there. We went through, what was the name of the town? Hill City. Hill City, home of all your wineries. There's actually no wineries there. They have wineries in other parts of the state or the country, but they've opened little wineries there where they basically just have the bottles. So you don't get to tour the vineyards, but you do get to take the samples and buy a bottle and have some wine.
Delicious. Firehouse Wines, book club is our favorite. That was delicious. Didn't care for Prairie Berry very much, even though it's won all these awards and supposed to be so great. It was okay.
Yeah, what was the funny one? The
Naked Winery.
The Red Ass Rhubarb. Big old donkey or mule on the sign. Red Ass Rhubarb. I didn't care for the wine too much. It was rhubarb based, and it was different, but not my thing.
Really sweet, So we did that, and it's a little cool thing here is the wineries have worked with students from the University of Minnesota to help create. Basically, they re-engineered some of the wine grapes so that they can sustain the winters of South Dakota. So they created some interesting wines. So something, if you're interested in that, look it up. It's kind of cool. Learned a lot about it. But great day wine tasting.
Yeah, we hit 4 or 5 wineries, a brewery or 2.
There's breweries in that area too. Yeah, so, do both.
Very fun. We went to Deadwood, home of, but where he got killed, Wild Bill. That's where he got killed with his aces and eights, and we got to go to that bar and see the chair that he got shot in. Yep. Very cool little downtown, very old. They said that actually prostitution was legal there, like pretty much up until like the 1980s, and then they kind of outlawed that and brought in gambling to kind of save the town. So a lot of little bars and shops with slot machines and little small casinos down the whole strip. They were having a festival when we were there. So
Deadwood Music Jam.
Yeah, street was closed, stage was set up, so we got to check out some bands, hear some music, and try on a lot of hats. Yes.
Hats. Tell us which one you think looks best on them.
Yeah. So it was fun. We stopped at the first place we saw. The guy was selling beer outside in a cup, and like, can we carry this around the street? And he's like, yeah, and if it gets empty, any bar will refill your cup for like $2. I'm like,
sweet.
Okay. So, yeah, we went hat shopping and casino jumping and listened to music, and we stopped at some little candy store too. And
oh yeah.
it took on a major, it was a major dose of sugar that was very needed, but it hurt.
Yeah.
But tasty.
Sturgis.
We were there about 2 weeks after the big bike rally, so Sturgis is not a big town. There is not much there. And there's really nothing going on once the bike rally happens.
No,
so,
a lot of stuff was closed.
They did have a museum there that had motorcycles. It was very cool to learn the history that that whole rally started. A guy had a motorcycle race and was trying to get people to come to it far and wide, and it kind of just grew from there, and then it got a little shady with the bikers that were going there, and then they said around the 80s, once all your doctors and lawyers started riding Harleys, you had a much cleaner crowd going there, and then it blows up. It's kind of like a little NASCAR town that might be the 20th largest city in the state, but over that weekend it becomes the second largest city in the state. So population just a couple thousand, and they said they have like over 300,000 people go up there for the bike rallies.
Crazy.
But yeah, all the little bars are there. It's just funny to, I can't imagine it'd probably take you 2 hours just to get from one end of town to the other with all the bikes that are there at the time. But it was very cool to go see a lot of the old motorcycles. They're in there, some of them custom built for the rally, some of them just collections over the years that people have donated to the museum.
Yeah.
So that was about all we did there, other than we had a dog park there we visited one time. Leaving town, we went through Sturgis, and we saw some random dog park on the side of the road, so we stopped there when we were leaving, and
the dogs
ran around, and then we got back on track.
Yeah.
September, we did Oktoberfest, which I recently learned, and I don't know if this is true, but Oktoberfest is supposed to happen in September because it's celebrating the coming of October. Makes sense.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell me.
But I didn't know that till like 2 days ago.
That explains that. So, that's why we had it in September.
Yes, so very cool bar in Rapid City.
Log cabin.
Yeah, log cabin bar.
Lost cabin.
Lost cabin.
Gosh, lost cabin.
Yeah, don't pour it on your pancakes. Not log cabin, lost cabin. Definitely German.
Some people could pour it.
German brewery bar. They were tapping new kegs like every hour on the hour with different varieties they had made just for Oktoberfest. They had a crazy selection of beer. I tried a bunch of them. You were kind of on the cider bandwagon there. Had a polka band going.
And they had that
the contest.
Yeah, the stein holding contest.
They get 4 or 5 guys with big old beer steins. Got to hold it filled with water. Hold it straight out. Last one that can do it wins. So some of these guys are just shaking and spilling water everywhere. Muscles contracted.
I couldn't get them to do it.
No, I saw some of these guys doing it for like 7 minutes. I'm like, no, there's no way. They've been practicing. I just rolled up on this. I didn't get to practice at all. If it was a beer drinking or something, that might be a different story. But holding beer, what?
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a fun place. That was cool.
Yeah. And then we did Mount Rushmore. It was kind of the end of our trip. We kept seeing the signs. We were right by it. We went there. Very cool. The carving is very cool. But that's kind of it. There was a little movie that we weren't really interested in doing. There's a gift shop. But...
there's a hiking trail. Part of it was closed.
They were doing some construction. So it's like, okay, cool. All right, we've been
I
here.
kind of told them when you drive up to it, there's a place where you get this great view of it. And when I drove up the first time a few years ago, I took a picture of it, and then I drove up to the gate, and I realized, why am I going to pay $20 when I'm seeing the exact same thing at the pull out? So, but we went this time. We paid the money, walked up, and everything, and he pretty much had the same reaction I did.
Yeah.
Like,
So
oh.
if you go there, my recommendation is, as you're driving and you see that little pull off and you can see it, that's it.
You got it.
Take your pictures.
Yeah.
Move on. There's not much to see at the actual site. We did buy like an annual national park pass because we've been doing a lot of national parks, so that's been a huge money saving. But that one, it is a national park. They let you in for free, but they charge you for parking to get around that, so they're still making the money. We're going to talk on our next video a lot about Crazy Horse, but I just want to say the comparison of the two. One had a lot of artifacts, different buildings, museums to walk through. The other one was, there it is.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that was. All very good. The carvings were very cool, but really didn't even have a whole lot of the history on that. There was not a lot of billboards, so...
Maybe that's what they're building. Maybe if
yeah,
you go
their
into
stuff
the year,
was under
it
construction.
Might be built. I don't know, but
yeah,
cool to see. It's amazing somebody was able to do that, but you know, that you just look at. So
that's it.
Yeah.
So that was it for the good things we did. The next section we're going to do is not the bad, the badass, because there was some stuff that was even cooler than drinking at Oktoberfest all day.
Yes.
Imagine that. All right. Anything else for this video? Would we did we have a random question or anything?
We've not had random questions.
Yeah, it's because we haven't done any videos.
Right.
Right.
Sorry.
I think somebody did ask us a while back, like, what's your favorite Billy Joel song? You were just rocking Billy Joel.
I was,
2 minutes
but
before
I
we started
wasn't.
doing this.
Oh my God! It was a bottle of red, bottle of wine. I think it's Italian restaurant.
Okay, and that is also the closest you will ever get to Maggie doing karaoke. Was that little singing she just did on camera? She's gonna make me cut it out.
So embarrassed now.
I have no favorite Billy Joel song. I like the guy. Some of the songs are good, but I don't.
Have you ever seen him in concert?
No.
Oh, I saw him with Elton John. Really good.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, I like him, but...
What's your favorite Elton John song?
My favorite Elton John... I like The Candle in the Wind. That's a good song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Something wrong with that?
No.
Okay. I've seen Elton John.
Okay.
Saw Elton John with Eric Clapton.
Oh, sorry
which
about
I would
that.
prefer that over Billy Joel, I think.
All right. Anyway, we're rambling now.
Rambling. All right, so keep traveling dirty, and we'll be back with the badass of South Dakota.